Next play investors. What's the next play? investors. What's the
Welcome. It's another Sunday, and we want to thank everybody. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Next Play Investors. Here at Next Play, we discuss every category of investing, such as real estate, stocks, business, insurance, infinite banking. Cryptocurrency is the new thing that we into, so ain't gonna say new that we into, but cryptocurrency is the new thing that we're explaining and talking about and having group discussions with. The common goal, with us at Next Play is, to create generational wealth and create a community of people that want to be able to learn how to invest, and we can share each other insights and be able to get better and better at each other, meeting on Sundays. So you can catch us live here every Sunday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Take your time and just share it with friends and family. Subscribe, like, and share the broadcast. You can find us on YouTube at Next Play Investors. You can find us on Instagram at Next Play Investors, and especially on Facebook at Next Play Investors. We're just a community of guys and girls that actually are investing and trying to build generational wealth. We started this show to kind of get people on the thing where we can sit down and talk about it on Sundays after the game, just during the later hours of the evening when everybody's relaxing and having a good time. So again, we want to thank you for joining Next Play Investors. We got a pretty good show for you tonight. We're gonna be talking about and breaking down some things about the crypto industry that I think everybody will find a good thing. The other guys and the other people, I think it'll be a great thing for them too. So we're gonna kind of get over and see what's going on. Couple of members of holiday time, so we got vacation stuff, parties and everything else. But we're gonna be here. We're gonna keep everything rocking and rolling. We having a good time, and I hope everybody has too. So let's go over here and me and Cash Flow today. We operating on a good thing, so we gonna see what's going on over here with him and figure out what's the next play for everybody else. So other than that, we definitely gonna appreciate y'all, man. We get faded in. What's up, man? What's up? CashFlowStation.com. Man, we got to get a picture of that right there, man. CashFlowStation.com.
What's going on? Next play.
Hey,
I
CashFlowStation.com.
gotta turn my camera on.
Hold
Got
on, man.
to.
Well, we got to get everybody to go. Everybody go to CashFlowStation.com and check out cashflowstacy.com. What's up, man?
Not much, man. Another day in the life.
Hey, man, that's what's
Another
up.
day. Here come a camera. Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's it. That's it. That's it.
What's
But
going
yeah.
on, Next Play crew?
So man, it's been a good week. Good week. Good week. What you got
Oh
going
man,
on?
I like that shirt. A year
Oh,
from now,
uh,
you may wish you had started today. That's right.
hey,
Absolutely.
a year from now, I found this shirt online.
Yeah.
You know, in order to build some business credit, I had to purchase something. And one day we may revisit that. But I
Oh
found,
yeah.
yeah, I found, you gotta instead of just build business credit and purchase something, and you know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying. So maybe we'll talk about it later. But I had to buy some, so I found this one online that a
It's
year
good.
ago, you know what I mean. You wish you would have started today, and I thought it was a fly shirt. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like,
Definitely, definitely a
yeah.
fly
So
shirt.
like a year ago, you like,
Definitely a
yeah. So
fly.
you know what I'm saying. A year ago from now, you wish you would have started that. It's crazy because yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got some stuff I wish I would have started last year, but we started next play last year. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
you know.
hey, it works itself out.
Next
So
play is paying. Next play is paying dividends in all kind of ways.
ooh man, we
So
we been we been
we've been
winning with
enjoying
next
this
play.
ride.
Yeah, we've been enjoying it this whole year, man. I think everybody kind of everybody that's been a part has got good stories to tell. So it's a
Yeah. Nothing
yeah
negative. All
yeah
free.
yeah.
Everybody's learning group economics. It's just an awesome thing just to be a part of this and show up every Sunday and continue to learn, man. Always stretching, always growing.
Mhm.
Never stop.
So
You know,
yeah.
never
So
stop learning.
So that's the thing. So you know what I mean. Everything gonna work itself out where, we get a chance to see what's going on and kind of work it. But the thing is the crypto world, man. The crypto
Yes,
world is going crazy, and then we can't be out of it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really know like what's going on with the crypto world because I don't think everybody paying it a lot of attention. So we gotta
you
keep
know,
on talking about it because it's crazy because this shirt. That's why I kind of wore this shirt. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because
Oh yeah, I got you.
you see what I'm saying?
You
A
in
year
crypto.
from now, you would have wished you would have started today.
Yeah,
You see what I
right.
mean? That's the only reason I bought this shirt. I thought it was a cool shirt, but
Yeah. You wish you probably, we would have bought some crypto a year from now. You know, who knows how
yeah,
much, where, you might have been a crypto billionaire.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I mean, when you look at the fact that a lot of people didn't really realize, like even the stock market, we called so many plays out in the stock market this year.
Man,
So
man. We'll
you
probably
know,
talk about that. Well, of course, we're going to talk about the stocks in the show.
hmm
How it's playing the part because, we next play investors where we invest in real estate, businesses, stocks, crypto, um, passive income investments, anything to do with investment. Next play investors are on it. And so we're going to start the show off. Just me and Franco right now. My colleagues are out and about, but we're going to bring you the information about the market today, like we always do. And every Sunday, we always start off with a success story. And the success story could be anything with life, family, financial, um, goals, whatever. A win is a win on our part. So
hmm
my biggest thing was a family situation with my son, and he's playing basketball, ninth grader, and created a plan of action to make him a better ball player. So worked out twice this week, ran some drills, and created some goals, created some action steps for the entire next year. How many days we're going to work out, basically going over the fundamentals. And just in the two practices that he and I had, I saw a great improvement, with the layups, with the jump shots. So I'm looking forward to seeing him playing his next game. So that's my success story
Oh
for
man,
this
that's a
week.
good one, man. I think that's a good one right there, man. To have a success story like that where you got a chance to interact with your kids. Uh,
Mm-hmm. Yes,
so you
big.
know, like it's one of them things that my success story for this week is always is a recurring thing. I'm about 6 weeks into all the mental things that I wanted to change before the beginning of the year. I'm still on track. I want to be able to say that all the way to next year. So you probably gonna hear the same success story unless I don't have a success, and I'm gonna tell the truth. And that was one of the greatest success. My other part of my success story is, man, I'm really glad for Next Play, man. If it wasn't for Next Play, like I have to say that putting on this show every Sunday, it made me get better. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
like for me putting on like doing this show every Sunday, man, it made me get better, man. And I think as every week that I'm having to sit down and make sure I'm on point with what I'm telling everybody else about cryptocurrency, about stocks, about whatever investments, real estate, whatever we talking about, business credit, whatever we talking about, me having to do the work is making me so much better because I'm finding so much more information. I'm getting so much more knowledge for myself because I got to do the work in order to tell somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Or show somebody else. I actually got to do the work. I can't just talk about it and don't have the experience because I always got a saying that I tell my daughter there's a difference between being informed and knowing. You know, a lot of people are informed, but a lot of people don't know. You know what I mean? And,
Right. Right.
and,
Right.
and knowing is what you call experience. So I keep looking at it as a success story because the more I can actually teach her about it or get on her nerves about it, whichever one is a success because nobody told me. You know what I mean? My
Mm-hmm.
family members, they didn't tell me how to deal with money. They didn't tell me how to make passive income. They didn't tell me how to grow money. They told me to go to work. You know what I mean? Get you a job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a success story every week. I might not say nothing about it, but this week it really hit me how much Next Play mean the fact that we do this every Sunday, you know what I mean, no matter what, and sit down and talk about it. Cause through the week we don't just, you know what I mean. And I know a lot of people think that we just get on here and talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it be some real work in between making real money in between, going out and working in the world and coming home trying to have a life. It's real work. You know what I'm saying? It's real work. It's real work to do this every Sunday. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
think people really understand, and as we keep going, they're going to understand. So that's my success story for the week. Hey, sequester. That's my success story for the week, man. Is being thankful, man, to have a group of people, man. That every Sunday we come in here and we talk about building, making our families better, each and every one of them, and trying to create a positive impact on the people that actually want to be a part, the people that's hungry for the information, and the people that's actually hungry. So it's a success story for me because you know what I mean? Usually that's the hardest thing to do is to get people to sit down and try to learn something that's beneficial for more than just themselves. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I'm happy and successful for that. And guess what? Sequester, since you just came in, you gotta get put on the spot.
Go tell your daddy.
What's your success story for the day, Miss Sequester?
What's my success story?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Let me think what I got going on. Got everything going on all the time. So for the closing, we have a closing for the property on
Oh.
25th, I believe it is.
On Christmas. On
No,
Christmas.
excuse me, the 20. It was the 24th. I think it was the 24th. I believe now it's been pushed up to the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
That good night.
Congratulations.
And I started. I said I started the VIP courses, so I started the gaps and glow back. I started options, but I got to go back. I got to go back. I started options, but I got to go back to gaps and glow backs because options is a beast.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's
It's
very
great.
tough. But what you're
Beast.
gonna find out, it's so many different ways to trade options.
Right.
You gotta find
I
your
got
niche.
the. I felt like I'm starting over. I have to
Yeah.
learn that language and the lingo and just
Yeah.
I have to keep listening to it till it sink in.
Well, to talk about options and stuff tomorrow. Uh, Me and another member of Next Play are going to trade our first covered call options.
Hmm.
We're going to trade. We got two covered call options that we're going to trade, and if everything works out, you know, we should, be successful in the majority of our trades. So we're going to be putting that out there, but we're going in as basically the crash dummies. But we are buying good companies. We're evaluating. We're looking at the charts to find out where they are. But yeah, we're gonna go in and we're gonna sell covered calls. So no one knows what a covered call is, basically, if you own 100 shares of stock, you could actually sell an option to someone else, an option contract to someone to buy your 100 shares in the future, and you get paid your money up front for the option. That's automatic, guaranteed money, and then depending on what the strike price is, you either end up selling your stock or you may end up keeping your stock and then continue to do the same thing again. You get paid, sell the option, get paid, sell the option. So that's good.
That
That's
is real
Yeah.
good.
good.
That's good. Yeah, and hopefully you'll be a master, at options and may be able to talk to the people about it once you become a master.
And then
Yeah,
it's
she went over that. I remember that part, but I
Oh, she
gotta go
did.
back. Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go back though. Ooh.
so
Did
you
y'all talk about puts at all? Like puts?
Yeah, puts, calls, the opposite. Like sold, and then the flip opposite. Of course, it's the flip opposite on the other side.
Uh-huh.
I got the lingo, but we can't trade. New traders can't trade options unless you got a certain amount in your bank account. So then
That's
I
right.
got to go learn verticals. So
That's
that's
right.
why I stopped with that. I was like, okay, I did it all in one day, but then once I learned that part, and I was like, I gotta go, and now I gotta learn something else. Okay, I gotta give my brain a break.
Well, the cool thing about owning the course is that you can continue to train at your leisure, you know,
Right.
and you
Yeah,
just
like we had a coaching call this morning with not this morning at 1:45 with her, and she went over. What did she go over?
so question.
Gaps and glowbacks.
So question. Let me ask you a question. Do they is it a recorded session?
It's a recorded session, so it's recorded session of her going through the curriculum. Then it's recorded sessions of questions and answers, coaching calls, all the classes that she taught before.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a live training the week you purchase, a live training that week. Plus, you can go back and listen to it or do it again for a couple of weeks if you still don't have it.
Mhm.
Or you can get on there's study guides with other groups that she has put on as coaches. So they
Mm-hmm.
have study guides, they have chart parties, they have people in other areas that meet up through Facebook. Of course, we have a Facebook group too. Then they have people in other areas that meet up together, themselves and do their thing. Then you have little smaller groups and people that's in other areas, and because we have other people in other countries too. Then we have people that's using different platforms, so they meet up. So yeah, it's just a bunch. And then all that stuff takes place in the Facebook. So there's a VIP Facebook, then there's a regular Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. And that just shows me, um, in this day and time, you pretty much can do anything you want because the
Right.
information is out there.
Right.
You got to take the action and just make it happen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With all this technology, and live a life of leisure.
I know that's right. They always say passive income.
Yeah, I know that's right. Somebody better tell them.
Hey, a lot of people ain't getting it, boy. I think I don't got it more just by hey, we don't learn a lot. I'm proud of
Yeah,
you, Sequester.
yeah, that's
Thank you.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
because I
That's some
mean,
awesome news. Me too. I'm proud of you too. That's great.
it ain't too many women that I'm hearing about really catching on to how things work and moving forward. So I'm proud to know it ain't just men, because most of the time it's just men that's always talking
It
about
is.
money.
Oh,
Mhm.
It's
Yeah,
always men talking about money. So
uh,
it's always good to see a woman um that's really, you know what I mean, able to speak to people and be like, yeah, man, I'm learning this too, because It's
Yep.
usually everybody always think is male dominant. Like men only one care about money, but shoot, it's
Well, I
definitely
guess with the stocks, yeah, I can see that being male, but
good.
in the class we in though. But I can see that because it's like you gotta have time. It's like learning
A new language, right?
right.
But
It's
here's the
different.
thing. I think once you get past the barrier of the language and actually figuring out what's going on, then
Hmm.
it's like anything else, it becomes easy. And you
Mhm.
can
Right.
regurgitate it because we're talking about last year, we're talking about stuff that we didn't talk about
No,
every day.
absolutely not.
We're talking about options, we're talking about puts, we're talking about calls, we're talking about the Fibonacci, the Bollinger Band. All this stuff is foreign language.
To most people.
A year
Yeah.
ago, a
Yeah.
lot of it was foreign languages to us.
Right.
Mhm.
Now here it is, a year later. It's like, okay, we can talk to each other in this language and produce income for our families.
From
Right.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Right.
In
that's
one
awesome.
year.
In 1 year. Next year we're gonna be to add crypto.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
that's where
yeah.
we finna look.
We'll be done
Oh,
move
That's
down to
where we
that.
finna go today.
oh, oh, we already in
Yeah,
crypto.
we'll
We
be
deep
well
in
versed by
crypto.
the end of next
But
year.
listen,
Oh,
crypto, I think, just like anything else, crypto gonna be a bumpy ride, and
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna
yeah.
get into that. Frank, so what do you think? Which way you want to go?
I'll take the first.
The
I'll
first
take the
half.
verse half of it.
Okay.
Because I think that when I share this, what I share, what I'm finna share. I think that everybody is going to. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sending somebody a link because they want to be on the show. When I share what I share today, man.
I did the same thing too.
Yeah. I'm gonna really give it to everybody. You know what I mean? I'm gonna really
Okay.
make it really plain and really simple and um it's just gonna be real because one of the things that we gotta really, really, really know, man, and I'm gonna give it to everybody. It's really time to be honest with yourself if you really trying to be in crypto or you playing. I think that's the biggest thing is a lot of people don't really know if they in crypto or not, and or they don't really know what's going on with crypto. So for the next couple of weeks, my every time I talk, I'm gonna be on straight talking about just nothing but crypto. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it is we're gonna start talking about it, and it's time to be honest about if you're an investor or you just somebody that's looking on and you trying to figure out what it is to do or what's not to do. And it's really truthful of what's like we have to understand what we're dealing with. So today's whole subject is about cryptocurrency, and we're gonna move it on from the old way to the new way. Um, we talked about it last week how cryptocurrency and the market is being taken over, and why cryptocurrency and how many ways you can actually use cryptocurrency to make money. And when I say that the new generation has figured out so many different ways to take cryptocurrency and monetize it to where they've integrated it already into every aspect of the world. And when I say every aspect of the world, we talking about banking, we talking about business, and we talking about passive income. So everything that we talk about all the time is being implemented and carried out right now in the metaverse, in the cryptocurrency world, and everything. So all the things we've been complaining about banking and how interest rates and everything have kind of taken over and made it hard for the regular man. Well, the people that is pushing cryptocurrency, they're basically looking at it like, nah, we're gonna integrate all of this, uh, and then they're taking the people out of it. So as I kind of explain some things tonight, it's going. I hope it makes a lot of sense to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But it's really interesting because every aspect of business is being converted, and with cryptocurrency becoming more and more popular. You're seeing a worldwide adaptation of it. You're seeing so many different products start to open up and accept it. So it's definitely not going anywhere.
Oh
Uh,
no, it's not. And I want to say that even the people who say they don't want anything to do with cryptocurrency and they're not going to mess with cryptocurrency, they're already in cryptocurrency.
and don't,
Indirect,
mm-hmm, and don't even know it.
don't even know it. Indirectly.
Don't even know it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's a very different thing. And so, like, I'm gonna put it up here. I deliberately took off the top two because everybody know who the top two in cryptocurrency is. Everybody know that Ethereum and
And Bitcoin.
Bitcoin are the top two. But I want you to understand something when I say and I show you these numbers. If you can see them clearly, I hope so. Binance Coin, $94 billion in currency.
With a
Tether,
B.
$76 billion market cap. Solana, $52 billion market cap. Cardano, $44 billion market cap. USD, 41 billion in market cap. XRP, 39 billion in market cap. Polkadot, 28 billion in market cap. Terra, 22 billion market cap. Dogecoin, 22 billion market cap. Avalanche, 20 billion market cap. Shuba, 18 billion market cap. Crypto.com, 15 billion in market cap.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Hold on.
And that is a, if you think about it, that's it's kind of situation where with the crypto, you're just not talking about U.S. currency.
I'm not talking about US currency.
You're talking about worldwide currency.
We talking about worldwide currency. And that's where the trick is. That's the trick. See, everybody's thinking about it from where we at. Like they say, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. Well,
Rakim said that.
hey, listen,
That's a verse from Rakim.
hey, listen, that's what I'm trying to tell you. We now with crypto, it's not here. We cannot just think United States. Because this market cap is worldwide.
Yep.
Everybody over the world can actually do it. So I'm gonna put something else up because I got another slide. I'm gonna show you something. This is a slide of the stock market. Shows all the top companies. Well, these companies are only top companies because they're the top companies in the United States. So you see a couple of trillion, Tesla, Amazon. I really don't know. I really don't know what. I really don't know what Saudi America. I don't know what that is. We know what Alphabet is, Microsoft and Apple. You only
Hmm.
see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, couple of trillionaires on there.
Right.
You got 11 stocks right here. You got it, but you start to see it go to billion quick.
Hmm.
Well, they in the 500 billions. But you got to realize when I go back to the first slide.
But you got to think about how long those companies been around, right?
Correct.
And then you look at how long the crypto. You're talking about it's anywhere from 2 to 4 years. Some of those companies have been around. Shoot, crypto.com has probably been around only 2 years.
And it's got $15 billion in market cap.
Yep.
So when we look at market cap of companies that have been around 20 or 30 years, the percentage, just think
Right.
about 20 or 30 years when we get into crypto. This is
Hmm.
where I'm going with this tonight because it's really important that everybody sees these numbers. It's really important that people start to understand timelines about how this thing is really moving and how this thing is really, really, really going. Like, and we got to understand, and I'm going to go back to it so the people that may just came in, they can get an understanding of what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because, we want to welcome Mr. Clark and Miss Tubner. I'm sorry, I did that again. Miss Tubner,
Tubner.
I did that again to our show tonight. How y'all doing? We glad to see y'all. But this is interesting, and that's why I'm going back over it a little bit. Again, market cap 94. You got to look at Binance Coin, 94 billion already, and Binance has only been around maybe 7 years. So it's already about to be in the same level as the
That's
top
right.
U.S. stock market cap. We got about 7, maybe 10 years. You know what I'm saying? That Binance has really been around. You're looking at
Mhm.
Tether, where you start to add these numbers up, they create the same type market cap that one stock does, but we're looking at a worldwide market cap. We're not looking at a United States market cap. So you got to realize this number can go astronomical real quick. Because you're looking at every government from China, Russia, Australia, South America, Africa, United States, Zimbabwe, New Guinea, Uda Buddha, everybody else. So when you
What's
what you say,
where's Uda Buddha?
man, it's
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you where's that located?
it's up under a rock, round the corner from a tree.
Yeah, that's just northeast of Decatur.
No, just northeast of Decatur. Yeah, right around
Yeah,
there. So,
northeast of Decatur. I love it. That's funny.
hey, so that's the thing, man. When we start to get into this cryptocurrency world, man, we really gotta understand something. Like we've been focusing on we've been known that we don't watch the market. Sam is the best at telling you, and you say if Sam when they advertise what hell when they put it on the news, what it is,
It's too late. It's too late, buddy.
it's too late. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. They trick us with this emotional up and down ride. We be on this up and down emotional ride all the time, man. I mean, when I say all the time, we be on this up and down emotional ride all the time, trying to figure out what the next price gonna be, what's gonna happen with this, what's gonna happen with that,
Yeah.
and it ain't got nothing to do with the price no more, man. It's just like what Stacy don't said before when he talk about how the Nasdaq and the Dow it was started at this number 20,
Right.
30, 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? At the point system started at what 10,000 when it
No,
first
less
opened.
than that, man. It was like 900.
Yeah, it was like 900 when it first opened up. Now we looking at 34,000 and 40,000 in points, and
Right.
each point represents a certain number value in the
Yeah.
market cap. Well,
Mhm.
one of the biggest things that we got to start learning is, and I'm gonna show you some. It's called dollar cost averaging.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, we ain't got to put thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands into crypto. And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pull something up, and I'm gonna show it to you. Why? Because you actually make more money averaging in and staying safe. It's an actual better way to do it, where you actually can stay safe and actually hedge your risk instead of dropping a whole bunch of money to try to actually be the top person on crypto. You can average in and actually create a bigger return. So we don't go ahead, Mr. Clark.
Um, I don't know if that has anything to do with, but I was reading that on Bitcoin, and it sort of plays into what you're talking about as far as averaging in. It's not only that, it's when to buy in, it's a timing. Because I just found out, now other people in the group may have known that Bitcoin actually, what it does what they call burning their coins to keep the value of Bitcoin higher.
Correct.
But what you didn't know is that they do this at the same time every 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some of them may do it every year just to keep their prices high. Now, and I do know that in Bitcoin, you have the next time they get rid of all the Bitcoins in the system for that allotted 4 years will be in 2024, but when they do the next one. So you can average in before 2024, meaning you could do what you're doing, what you're talking about, average in now and just hold it 2024, and it's going to go up anyway. It's about just knowing when you need to average in, I guess.
Well, and that's actually part of what we're gonna talk about. You know what I'm saying? Averaging in. I'm gonna bring up something here in a minute. But the whole point of averaging in, I'm finna show you something that's gonna blow y'all mind. When I say I'm gonna blow y'all mind, if you and remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Any investment that you do, Please consult a fiduciary or some type of financial advisor. Anything in investment does have risk. But I'm going to show you how dollar cost averaging really gets down. I'm going to give me a second. I'm finna show you something that's real sweet, and everybody going to be able to see it. You know what I mean? So give me a second, and I'm gonna start get everything up and running, and we gonna show you what's going
Oh,
on.
look. Go ahead, Frank Nitty. Frank
And
got all the windows up.
hey, boy, we got a lot to talk about tonight. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to
Oh,
talk about tonight.
hey y'all, that's the super producer right
Hey,
there.
man, we got a lot to
Hey,
talk about
hey,
tonight.
Frank.
So I'm gonna
Take that, take that.
so this whole thing right here, right? This is a dollar cost average on Bitcoin. This is a website you can go to. And if you already see right there, if you did $10 weekly in Bitcoin for 3 years, you have 1,500 invested with $9,000 actually don't actually totally complete it that you would have in your portfolio that you would earn. This is and so I'm gonna show you some gangster stuff. Let's just add a zero to it. See how that number changed?
Yep, 90,000.
That's a week.
Yeah.
Let's add another zero to it. If you was able to do that, but you got $1 million right there. This is real deep, and the cool thing about all of the stuff on Bitcoin, a lot of these websites you can go to and find out this stuff. Everything is they're tracking by the numbers of what Bitcoin is. They're tracking. They have so many tracking methods to show you. So let's just say monthly. You
Mm-hmm.
did $1,000 a month for 3 years. You got
Oh yeah,
$247,000.
man,
Yeah.
$36,000 in a bank for 3 years will probably yield you maybe $30 if you're lucky for three
Yeah.
years in the bank.
If it's in the
I'm
bank,
actually high on that. It's probably 15, and they're
it ain't gonna equal to what
$36,000.
that is.
Let's just take off a zero. All right.
I mean, the rate of return, there's nothing out there that's beating it.
So we
That
got
rate of return,
and these rated returns are real. Want to know how? I'm gonna bring
yeah.
up. I'm gonna bring up something else. We're gonna come over here. There's another website called DeFi Llama. It's gonna show you all the protocols that you can find that you can stake, and it brings up everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take you to another place called the Olympus DAO. All right, so I'm gonna talk about DAOs a little bit down the line, but I'm going here now because the way that they actually have everything available to you, you can actually go in and look at different things and be able to find out how many days things can run. Let me get a refresh because I think it's been up for a minute, but how many days these different stocks can actually run and actually hold up while they're actually connected to actually different stocks. And I say that too, if nobody ever invested in things anymore, the numbers are actually here. Now, this particular one that I'm able to show you because I can't get to the other ones right now, I have to bring it back up in a little bit. If nobody actually invested any more money, it's actually on zero. So that's another thing about the cryptocurrency world. They've got all the data, so if you know what you're looking at, as we was talking earlier, we was talking about how the Bollinger Bands, we was talking about how we use different metrics to actually go in and actually understand different stocks. Well, guess what? They got the same things right here for crypto. Olympus was the first DAO, and we're gonna talk about DAOs here in a little bit about what's going on. So I wanted to show you that just to kind of get you an understanding of what we're gonna start to talk about. This is another one. This one right here. This is Lido. You know what I mean? It's an actual Ethereum based coin. I mean, based DAO. Where you can actually use all three of these. But look at what you're getting. You got an 8.4% APR. You got a 6% APR for holding your crypto. So we talked about staking a lot last week, but this is why crypto is able to produce so much revenue because you can hold the money, make money with the money, passive income with the money, while you're dollar cost averaging in. Cash doesn't have. They don't like. I don't know any method where you can dollar cost average in and make money off your averaging in as it goes up. Except for like, you know what I mean, and you still can use it for other things. You can lend it, borrow, and everything else. So I'm gonna go back over here to Lido right quick. I want to show you we're gonna go to. I'm trying to think of where I'm trying to go with this one right quick. Oh, this one here it is, lending. So these right here, what you're gonna see, they got all the information available to you again. Where they showing percentage rates and how much things change. But this is how many coins are out here. Like I can go down this list and
Oh yeah,
all these coins are able to produce lending features. All these coins have it's not about the price. It's like we got to understand that it's a risky investment, but it's not about the price. When the price you can buy coins and they move 0.002% and you making $10,000, $15,000 if you willing to take the risk.
right.
You see what I'm saying? If you're willing to take the risk, this is how many coins are actually in existence with data. Now you see something like this right here on the edge that doesn't have a lot of information, stay away from it. It's just like buying a crap stock. If you buy a crap company and you don't go do your research, you know what I'm saying, then
Crash.
that's where it crashed. See, with cryptocurrency, what they're doing is they're getting rid of people, period. Like, all this stuff is being worked completely by computers using a smart contract. There's no people involved in the transaction, so you don't have to worry about trusting that somebody trying to get you. Ain't nobody can get you.
And that type of stuff right there changed the world.
It's about.
Anytime you eliminate people and dealing with money,
Mm-hmm. That's the
that's
type.
what,
That's the type
yeah,
stuff that changed the world.
that type of stuff changed the world.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even right now, if you go to a lot of right here in Georgia, I've been to several Bank of Americas that the offices have closed since the pandemic. There's only a ATM machine. That's it. You know. So, but then with this type of system, you don't even have to leave the house.
You ain't got to leave the house.
Nope. You don't have to leave the house, and you don't have to deal with people.
And you don't have to
Everything is
deal with
done
people.
electronically.
So you can literally, as a people, we can sit at home with the kids and use the money in the family and use the money and actually find cryptocurrencies using the same strategies from the stock market to go in and actually look at different things and actually create ways to actually make more money by using the same cryptocurrency. And that's where it gets really, really interesting because now you're starting to get in a situation where your money continues to make more money. And as you continue to make more money, you can actually do something big. This brings me to the meat and potatoes of why cryptocurrency again is going to be an unstoppable force. And we got to, and the time is now. You got to be honest with yourself right now from here on out on if you in or out because you can't be playing with it because now is the time to really get into it, to really get
Yeah.
into understanding how cryptocurrency work because this is the thing that I'm going to tell you about next. It's so life changing that it's going to eliminate a lot of problems in the business world. And that's this right here. What is a DAO? And I just showed you the Olympus DAO. I just showed that to you. But the DAO is a smart contract based system. Well, guess what it is? These people are creating businesses, businesses that are completely autonomous. Nobody is the CEO, nobody's the CFO, nobody is the president, nobody is nothing. It's all community based companies. And these companies are using smart contracts to execute interest of the company. And if you own coins of the DAO, you can actually vote on the things that go on in the company. You don't even have to own the company. So it could be a hedge fund. You can vote on how the hedge fund invests, but everything is being kept straight point to point. You don't have to worry about if they're stealing money anymore. Because the smart contract is 1-to-1. If the smart contract say this is what you get paid your percentage out of whatever is made out of this because you own this amount of percentage, that's what you get. No, if the company invests 20 billion and you're supposed to get 5%, nobody can stop you from getting 5%. Nope, there's no person there that can stop you from getting 5%, getting your money, because the smart contracts are what's going to actually execute everything. So you don't have to worry about trying to see, oh, that person gonna get me, or worry about people working together, because people ain't gonna have nothing to do with how money is being made here shortly. And these are
Yep.
already existing.
Hmm.
Nobody's gonna be able, like, we think about a company like Apple, where nobody owns it. It's owned by everybody. And every piece of money that's made from Apple gets distributed to the people.
Wow.
And so this is the part of cryptocurrency that nobody is talking about.
Right, because that's the underground.
This is the
Right?
underground. This is
Underground crypto.
this is where they gonna make the money at, because by the time it gets to the masses,
It's too late.
it's too late. By the time you even hear about this and realize what's going on, it's too late. Everybody's focused on the metaverse. Everybody's focused on the metaverse, but DeFi is what it's called, because this is another part of DeFi. This is how they're able to get interest rates so high, because they're getting rid of people. Why they can give so much money why they can give so much money away on interest rate? Because they ain't got to pay all the people to do the work. It's done by a computer. So that's it. So that's expenditures, more profit.
Yep.
There's a storm coming that everybody's not gonna be ready for. Everybody's not gonna be ready for, because everybody's so used to the companies having people. Everybody's so used to gotta call customer service and get mad at somebody for not, you know what I'm saying, being able to help you. You ain't got to no more. As cryptocurrency and the whole digital currency movement moves on, people are going to be non-existent. Smart contracts and computer coding will continue to be the main way. Now, once yeah, again, somebody maybe that just like they're creating people out here the hackers are trying to figure out how to break into it. This is going to be part of our world, so you can't get caught up on they gonna try to hack it. This is a part of our world now. Things get hacked today. You know what I mean? Like they also, there's insurance companies out here that are actually insuring these companies and just making money off of them, charging them high rates just because
Oh wow.
yeah, like that's how crazy it is. Like the regular companies, and we talked about um Berkshire and the Charlie Munger them.
Geico,
Yeah,
right. All
talk
those insurance companies.
yeah, they selling insurance to the crypto companies.
Yep. I just left from a graduation. I was talking to a guy who does cybersecurity, and the government is building a new facility right there in Augusta, Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
to protect all that information. And all they're hiring is cybersecurity workers, period.
Yep.
And nobody knows about it. I just so happened to be talking to him because he was at this graduation I was at this weekend.
But everybody know about it now.
Yeah, they do. I just spilled the beans.
Hey man, that man spilled the bean.
Oh my goodness.
Hey man, so
Hey,
Hey, good. But hey, man, he don't nobody know who that is.
I know, right?
Don't nobody know him. I,
But
I didn't exchange numbers with him, so he don't know me either.
so it's crazy that we took it to that point and Sam brung up that point. Because I think like we're gonna talk about this for the next couple of weeks. So I want to bring something to everybody, and I think we're not in financial advisors. I say that again, but we've been rocking on Next Play, and people have grown over the past year. So if you watch Next Play, we gonna give you the information so you can be on the right track because the people in Next Play gonna know what's going on. And so I'm gonna break a couple of things down to y'all, to so as we get into this crypto world, we got to know how to play it safe. One of the biggest things that we got to talk about, and we're going to break this down over the next couple of weeks, is how to be safe in crypto. And I think that's the biggest thing about it, is how to be safe in crypto. So if you out here looking up on your own, you've heard a couple of terms: cold wallet, warm wallet,
Yep.
hot wallet.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to talk about, because as I talk about the DAO, as I talk about all the cryptocurrencies, I talk about the things that are going on in cryptocurrency, and we see that investment firms and everybody's getting into it. A lot of people are messing up though, and they don't really know why they messing up. But this is what I want to say to everybody in Next Play. This right here, this is the breakdown that I want you to understand. I want you to really understand this right here, because this is how we protect ourselves. Cryptocurrency is a fully public network. Anybody can see what you holding if you keep your stuff in a hot wallet. Because their addresses for your cryptocurrency are always public. Always public. Now, warm wallet is pretty much like what you use to use crypto online, like MetaMask and different things like that. One thing about everything, and a couple people in Next Play, we've talked about this a couple of times, and that's why I'm bringing it up. Cold storage. Get your, because you have to understand, we're talking about a decentralized platform. If you use Coinbase or crypto.com, that's considered a hot wallet.
Yep.
Coinbase and crypto. If the government comes one day and say Coinbase can't give you your money, you can't do nothing because you're storing your money in a hot wallet. Your money could be worthless in the United States and worth billions of dollars in Mexico. If you got it in a hot wallet on a platform, they can take your money at any time. You need to know that, because if the government comes down on them and say, hey, we want to be able to, we want you to freeze every cryptocurrency asset, which the government could do. We're not political here. We don't really talk about it. But hey, you read the news and see some of the stuff that they say. And this is how they're scaring the masses. Oh, it's not FDIC insured. It's not this. It's not that. And so, we really look at it and we have to say to ourselves, if all these things are going on, how do we deal with it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do we do? You know what I'm saying? When we in a situation where we're looking at how do we protect ourselves? Because I mean, exchanges, they're gonna allow us. The exchanges are gonna allow us to do what we do. You see what I mean? The exchanges, they want you to hold your money in a hot wallet, because guess what? When your money is in the wallet that they created, they're staking that same money, using it for their pool.
Yeah.
And you
They-
don't
Mm-hmm.
and you
Hey,
don't go ahead.
but that's the same thing the bank does with your money.
Exactly.
The bank
Exactly.
takes your money and loan it out. I think it's $10 for every dollar.
Exactly. So this is what crypto.com, this is what this
Coinbase.
Coinbase, all this, these are centralized exchanges. There's a lot of decentralized exchanges out there, but what the United States did was they made it where you can only take your money out of the ones that are centralized and that are cooperating with the United States government. So you got to understand there are other exchanges out there. You have to go look those up on your own. You got to do more looking besides what they show you on the news, because there's a lot more to this whole cryptocurrency thing. If you just looked at what the media sends you, you may, you might find yourself in a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to where you got a warm wallet, you always gonna need a warm wallet where you can actually interact and go to Decentraland and buy stuff online as people start to do it. So we want to make sure we stay like you can buy stuff with a hot wallet, but you need to learn about these other wallets because you're gonna need a warm wallet to use your cryptocurrency if you get enough to where you can buy stuff and make money and save your money. But the number one thing that everybody in Next Play got to look to be investing in is to find you a cold storage. Now I'm gonna show you something real quick because I'm gonna bring it back up because today I want to make sure we on the right track. And I want you to be able to see what's going on. See, they've already made a market for this stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna bring it up so people can actually take a look at it. They've already got a market for this. You know what I mean? Like there's already a market where you can actually buy storage for your devices. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what I want everybody to see. So you look right here, and I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. You look right here. People are already. That's how crazy this whole cryptocurrency world is. People are already making money off wallets. You get your cold storage. What happens with these cold storages? Go ahead, Stacy.
Oh, I wanted to mention you talking about cold storage. So um, the guy who created Ethereum, all right, he uses a cold wallet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said that in order to log into his cold storage, it's 80 digits. Okay. So they'll tell you whenever you create, even with a hot wallet, they say, they give you either just so for people who don't know, they give you some type of phrase. And this phrase may be 10 words, but this is your passcode and it's in a certain order. So if you ever lose your little short passcode, in order to get your regular passcode back, you gotta have this phrase. And if you lose this phrase for your hot wallet, and you can have $1 million in there, no one can get it back. No one. So my point back to the guy who created Ethereum, what he did, he has a cold wallet, so it's 85 numbers. So what he did, he has one set of numbers that he keeps on his person. The other set of numbers he keeps in two different safes. And in order to get the password, you got to add both of the numbers together in order to get the 85 numbers that you need to open up his cold storage. But you got to understand, this is the guy who created Ethereum. So who knows? This guy's probably worth maybe $1 trillion. But that's just how he keeps his password and how protective he is, to where he's got it broken down into two different areas.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you got to understand that there's no protection in this
Right.
world. So
Nobody complains to you.
yeah, there's no customer service you can call and say, "Hey, somebody stole my money." Ain't nobody you can fight. Ain't
responsible for yourself.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, ain't nobody you can fight. Ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm gonna bring it back up and show like what's going on. But this is a version of a wallet. It looks like a cell phone.
Yeah.
And this is cold storage, but I'm a network guy, so I'm gonna get some deeps. I'm gonna give you some techie stuff and kind of explain some stuff of what's going on and why this is important for cold storage. Cold storage, the first thing is air gap. That means that it has no connection to the network and nobody can hack it in any kind of way. Goes back to why Stacy said he has these codes in two separate locations because you have to put so much information together to open this. So we got to think about if we're going to get into crypto, this is something you got to make an investment in. It's air gap. You know what I mean? Most of these you can't actually log into, and you can't physically like do anything to disassemble to reassemble. You'll find some other ones that's like that. You know what I mean? You get a whole list of all your coins that you have on there, so you'll know what it has, and it doesn't have to connect to the internet. It's fully functional, independent, without anything else that you need. Uh, as you see, they take PayPal and all of this, but one of the biggest things is this air gap. See, a lot of people don't really understand that your cell phone Bluetooth is a network that can be hacked. Your phone being on the Wi-Fi, your computer at home that you're trading cryptocurrency off of can leaves a trail. It leaves a digital trail because the cookies that you see when you go to websites, that's what tracks you. So a lot of people are like, how did this phone know I just went and looked at a night 90 for my wife? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you know what I'm saying? You went and looked
That
at a night.
night wallet.
He
Yeah,
said night.
yeah, you went
Night
and looked
night.
at a night 90 for your wife. Next thing you know, every time you go somewhere, it's following you around. Buy this night 90, new night 90. You know what I'm saying? From Pink Victoria's Secret, follow you around everywhere you go. You trying to buy a good Christmas present for your wife in a night 90 and think you gonna get some night. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
Yes.
time, it's following you around, and that's because of the cookies. So you got to understand that as you use the new technology, you go to these sites, they're tracking you, and that tracking information is available and also sold because data is king. We live in a society now where your data is being sold and harvested all the time. When we talk about stocks, we talk about a company called Plantier. They're number
Mm-hmm.
one company in the stock market for harvesting data. There's a lot more companies out there, but Plantier is one of the ones because it's so secretive. Nobody knows what they do, but they know they're a data analytics company. So where they getting the data from? You seen Facebook got caught a couple of years back where they were selling the data of the people on the platform. Google is the second, well, actually is the number one harvester of your data because they make money by getting people to use marketing dollars to find customers. So this is why your stuff is following you around. In the crypto world, you definitely don't want your stuff to follow you around because people can see with your address and be able to use cookies to figure out where your location is. Your phone provides cookies to show data. How do you think that GPS works? You see what I mean? So when you look at it, an air gap system is not connected to the network until you connect it. This is why when we get deeper into it, if you got a lot of crypto holdings, as you get bigger and bigger in crypto, you need a cold storage because you got to be able to do it. They got all kinds of different cold storages that's cheaper. Some of them look just like a little. I mean, you some of them like
Little
this one, just
USB
like a
cards.
USB card. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you
Mhm.
gotta understand this one right here is not ad gap. So you gotta go search. I'm not telling you which one to buy, but you gotta be thinking that if as you gonna build, look right here, website uses cookies. You know what I'm saying? And like the cookies. Check this out. I'm gonna pull this up so you can see. You know what I'm saying? You got cookies when you visit the. We may store and retrieve information. You know what I'm saying? So they can know where you at, how everything is going to targeting cookies. You know what I mean? They're stored directly. It identify your browser, internet device, your location. All these things are a part of what cookies do when we're using these different websites where they're tracking you. That tracks your location, that tracks your browser, that tracks your device, that tracks all your information, and then all that is linked to you by your service on your from your phone, the service from the Wi-Fi provider, your internet provider. It provides a data trail that can link people back to you. So if you get $1 million in crypto, if somebody really wanted to attack you, they can use whatever method you use to access your stuff. So this is one of the cool things that everybody needs to kind of know is about cold storage. If we gonna get into crypto, you got to get you some cold storage. As you can see, they're not really high. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not high. $100, we spend that on Jordan. You know what I'm saying? We spend that on,
Yep, from two places.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? We spend that. So now we got to be, since we've already taken it where we're going to invest and try to create these things, and everybody here is self-learning, you got to get cold storage. You got to get cold storage because cold storage is what's going to make everything show up and make sure you're safe. So nobody can hack your computer, nobody can hack your phone. Your wallet at crypto.com or Coinbase can't just be taken over and you lose all your money. And that's where that really gets into. Because if we don't really take this far, we good. Go ahead, Stacy.
I got a question about the cold storage,
Go ahead.
and that is, do you have to download all your crypto onto the cold storage? You download your coins, or are you downloading the data off of, say, Coinbase, and then you have to upload it back to Coinbase when you go to purchase or go to sell?
So this is what you do. With a cold storage, you download all your private keys and your actual crypto public keys to the actual unit. If you needed to go buy something, you hook the unit up to your computer and they then hook it to what's called warm storage. You see, so warm storage will pull. You can take the cold storage, load what you want to load to the warm storage, and then put the cold storage back in its place. You want to be operating from warm storage locations. You don't want to be operating from hot storage locations. Because warm storage is a mixture of hot and cold. It's not actually it's not actually stored somewhere else. They just have a link to it. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you got warm storage, that's how you can buy stuff and purchase stuff. If you look at the top of my screen right here, you see this the little fox. It's called MetaMask. And
Oh,
MetaMask.
yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, so MetaMask is a warm storage. I'm not gonna pop that open right now, but
Okay.
but
Okay.
if you want to go learn about, you want to the one that works with most browsers is called MetaMask.
And
And
MetaMask is like the bridge between you and the exchange.
correct,
Right. Okay.
MetaMask is what you would use for warm storage.
I
That
20.
that way you don't have to have all your cryptocurrency in a very vulnerable position. Remember, there's no FDIC. There's no ain't no
FBI.
yeah, there's no FBI coming to get your money. You can't file a
Mhm.
police report. You can't, if you don't do what's necessary to protect your money getting into crypto, it ain't their fault. How they say it ain't my fault.
That's it.
It ain't my, like that's it. I mean, like, and for $120, if we gonna play in the crypto space, because they crypto is evolving way faster than anybody can really keep up with. Go ahead, Mr. Clark.
Also, I can see how that is deterring to a lot of people. We Americans are very lazy. We don't want to go about sending, like you said, all those notes for passcode and all that stuff. We don't want to go through all that. We just want to be rich, but we don't want to do the work. We don't want to be responsible enough to handle our own affairs because the banks and the federal government have conditioned us to letting them take care of all that. But during that course of time, I was letting them take care of it. They were robbing us at the same time. And now here comes a system that says, hey, you're responsible for your own money. So what you going to do?
Wow.
And
That's deep.
that's a great point
That's
because
a great point.
everybody's always talking about why you got your hand in my pocket. Guess what? You learn how to do these things. You take it serious. You get involved with it. You buy the necessary pieces. You learn the necessary things. Decentralization means nobody got their hand in your pocket.
Yep. Yep.
Only time they put their hand in your pocket, and that's gonna be gone pretty soon, is when you want to take your cryptocurrency and convert it back to fiat.
Oh, and that's what we need to talk about also, because that is a twist to cryptocurrency that a
Hmm.
lot of people don't know about. And they got these things called gas fees.
Correct.
Okay. And these gas fees are high. So if you got your money in the cryptocurrency market and you say, okay, I want to exchange my cryptocurrency back to fiat, which is money, right? They will charge you what's called a gas fee. And depending on how much you're trying to take out, that gas fee, you're trying to do $500, the gas fee may be $25 just to pull your money, which is higher than what you will pay for using fiat currency. You go to the ATM, they may charge you $2 or $3 a transaction, right? These they charge you 500, they charge you $25 on $500 for these gas fees. And so depending on what coin you purchased, uh, you may have to go from one exchange to another exchange to convert one coin to say Ethereum. Then you may have to go to another exchange to convert Ethereum to fiat. And on both of those exchanges, they charge you what's called a gas fee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they got that gas.
they got that gas. And
They
so
got that gas.
and so that's the thing, man. Over the next couple of weeks, man, we coming into the new year. We're gonna break this thing down on next play every Sunday for the next couple of weeks. We're gonna talk about stocks, but this is where we going, and it's moving really, really fast. I mean, when I say really, really fast, it's moving really, really fast. Uh, I mean, and it's moving at a pace that we got to learn what's going on so that we can actually compete. I mean,
Another thing, excuse me, I'm sorry. You was talking about the Dow.
mm-hmm.
A video I was watching yesterday with the guy who created Ethereum. He was talking about the Dow in January of this year.
Yeah.
Is when he was talking about it. So here it is, 12 months later. We just not catching up with what the Dow is and so on and so forth. And the Dow hasn't even hit the mainstream market yet.
And the crazy part is, I can show you if I bring it back up. That company I showed you, Olympus, they got $20 billion in their exchange. I mean, in their Dow to invest in.
Right.
And nobody's talking about Dows. We're gonna come back next week. I'm gonna bring more in about the Dow. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna continue to, you know what I'm saying, really get into the crypto world and talk about stocks, because the stocks, that's the old way. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna bring it back up so everybody can actually see it. That's the old way. You know what I'm saying? The new way is cryptocurrency, and I'm gonna say this to you because this is one of my points. There's gonna be a bubble, and the bubble might pop. There's gonna be losers and there's gonna be winners. You can't let that discourage you, because in every new investment, look at when the internet came out. Yeah, there's a lot of people got rich. A lot of people went broke. And you got to understand that it's the shift that is actually happening in the world. One of the biggest things I wanted, you know what I'm saying, to bring up is, and this is pretty much where I'm finna get ready to land my plane. The truth about cryptocurrency is there's no customer service. Everything is done with no human interaction. All smart contracts. Investors, as you see, they got Bitcoin futures, they got ETFs. The big time investors are buying into cryptocurrency, and that's what's real. You know what I mean? So we got to understand, but we got to make sure we remember that we're not talking about the United States. The whole world is buying into cryptocurrency, and when you see cryptocurrency, it is the world. It's not just here where we at, and we have to broaden our worldview of how we look at things. So when something happened in Bitcoin, it ain't happening because of America. We gotta widen how we look at things, and the perspective of how we take this, because it's not about America. America is the least bit of the worry, because there's so many rules and regulations. All these other countries around the world are not regulating it. So a lot of these other countries have other coins that are not available to us because of the rules of the SEC and the rules of the government. But around the world, it's coins available that's making money. All those coins that you saw, most of them are not in America, and we're gonna hold a private class. Um, and I might show you a little bit of how you can get it at your own risk. I'm not responsible if you do it, but there's ways that you can get access to these coins. We'll maybe if everybody want to know, we'll sit down and do it. It won't be a live thing, but there's ways for you to be able to go in and actually buy these coins that are not in the American market. You know what I mean? The more people go and actually do some research, the more we'll actually go in and actually talk about it, because crypto has a lot of things that everybody just keeps hearing price, 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 price. Price ain't got nothing to do with this no more. It's money being made on the upside, downside, flip side, left side, right side, in between side, up under the middle side, right around the nipple, right around all of it, man. Everywhere being made.
This boy is a fool.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, the upper lip got something going on up there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the bottom of the foot.
That's bullshit. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna keep driving.
I mean, I'm just telling you, like, the new millennials, they are everything that we mature people used to complain about. The millennials are using crypto to actually make it happen for themselves. And what you're gonna see, kids in the next generation are gonna have access to wealth unlike anything you've ever seen before, because the
Yeah.
because the new generation is already on it. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying?
New generation.
They own it.
They think so different from me.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else, but their mindset and the way they think is
Hmm.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I
And
just got to take a back seat.
yeah, and so that's what's going to happen, and what you're going to see, money will be transferred from one group to the next. But a lot of people are going to get ate up, and the money is going to stay with the old group, because a lot of people are going to fall traps, because they're not going to do as Sam said. They're not going to want to learn. They're not
Right.
going to want to go through the process of doing it themselves, and they're going to do what the old guard is going to already expect for them to depend on them.
And that's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
That's going to create socialism.
Yes,
big problem.
that they gonna want them to depend. They know there's a large population that still want to depend on the financial advisors, the banks,
Regulators,
the
all kinds of
regulators,
stuff.
because they think that they acting in their best interest. I'm not. This is not a political show.
Right. I know.
Like, but
Yeah,
this is the truth. You know what I mean? You can go look it up yourself and you can find out. But money is being transferred very rapidly. You got millionaires that have turned into millionaires overnight, and billionaires that have become billionaires overnight just from crypto in the last 5 or 6 years. People that didn't
Yeah.
have nothing.
Nothing. And that's the
go to
thing.
sleep,
You do
go
it.
to sleep, and wake up billionaires.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And this can be done all over the world. That's the thing about it. This platform is used all the way to the farthest corner of Asia. As long as you got an internet signal, you in business. You can do a transaction. So,
Well, now that you said that, I'm gonna bring something up to you.
hmm
Why you think they pushing 5G? Think
IG.
think about it now. Let's think about it. When they push
Because
5G, all connected devices. So you got to think about it ahead of time. If they push
well,
5G and
it's,
then
it's not just
go ahead.
it's not just the connection. It's the speed too. Now 5G is talking about how fast it is too.
Correct.
So you got to have that too. I mean, because of the way Ethereum has that 2.0 coming out, and I think Solana they operate at a faster rate than Ethereum right now.
that's true.
And with that 5G, you're talking about transferring not only information, you're transferring money and that everything else very quickly. So that's why they're pushing that 5G too.
Well, all right. Let's take it another way. My camera going crazy right now. Let's take it another way, and let's look at something on a real level. You got all your money stored on your cell phone.
Hmm.
You got all your money stored on your cell phone, right? Um,
Yep.
Uh-huh.
in a hot wallet. Think about what I just said. You got all your money stored in a cell phone because you're using your cell phone all the time. in a hot wallet. Your phone can be hacked.
Oh yeah.
This is why Apple is such a good option because of the security of Apple. Android is vulnerable because Android is easier to be hacked. So when we start thinking about this money and you got cryptocurrency on your phone, ain't no such thing as transaction fraud. You can't call the bank and say, "Hey, somebody stole my money out of my account."
Yep.
The banks get off on it too. So when you look at the play, you start to notice that the play benefits the banks. The play benefits everybody else because if your money is in a situation where they don't have to be responsible for it no more. Look at what they did with with pensions, from pensions to 401k.
Oh yeah.
You see
That's
what I'm
Yeah.
right.
saying?
Yep.
Pensions are done.
Pensions are done. Now you can
And here's another thing they're doing these days, like the guys who've been there forever. What they're getting is a buyout package.
Buyout packages. Yep.
Right. I'm gonna give you a package, and
Even
this package, I'm gonna give you this money. You're gonna walk away and never bother me again. Where with
yep.
the pension, you got paid for life. You know, so
Yep.
that part.
They don't want to pay the manpower or nothing like that
hmm
to keep up with all that information. It's too much.
So now you look at it and we say this to you. Even if you don't want to learn,
Better learn today.
they gonna force you to learn.
Oh
Better
yeah.
learn
They
today.
gonna they gonna force you to learn because you gotta look at what the economy and inflation is. They can't like when you really understand the money, they gotta do something or it's gonna crash again, and they gotta because it's gonna hit a ceiling somewhere. Gonna hit the money is gonna hit a ceiling. They can't keep inflating it. They're gonna have to bring it back down. So this is what's gonna cause the economy crash, where they got to bring it back down to a regular level and then build it back up. See, even though we
Reset.
say that
Yeah.
again.
Like a reset.
Oh, like a reset, a recession, or like that's what a recession really is. Where the money got too far out, they had to bring
Reset.
it back.
Yep.
They had to bring it back down so the money can reset, and then they start over again.
That's it. And they've been doing that since the Romans.
Yeah. So they're gonna force a reset,
Yeah.
and when you see cryptocurrency, they're gonna force the reset somewhere because the banks are gonna stop the money. That's why you starting to see them allow Bitcoin into the stock market, into the financial sectors, because they have no choice now but to buy into it because it's starting to make and generate more money than other assets that they normally use.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you got all this money circling around and moving from one group to the next, how you think they're gonna really get over on people? Don't regulate it and then go in and steal it. Pillaging has been a part of these great country for a long time. Somebody's always got pillaged and robbed, and it's usually the people at the
Yep.
bottom of the totem pole.
Or those with lesser technology or information.
And I think even though we're not the let's face it, you know, um, standing next to other countries, you know, it's kind of neck and neck with our country and another country, and you know, uh, if weapons of mass destruction. That's all I can say.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
being so
Yeah.
political.
yeah.
If
Without
it,
being,
if it comes
let's just
down to
let's just say this: El Salvador adopted Bitcoin, and El Salvador is actually moving in a positive direction since it started using Bitcoin as a country. Let's just, and if you want to go find out more, go read up on El Salvador, how they've been buying Bitcoin in the country. It had some bad. You're gonna hear some bad news because it's a new thing. But El
Yep.
Salvador as a country has started using Bitcoin as the country's currency, and they're starting to see a turnaround in the country already.
Yeah. And that's
And
also a loophole for sanctions.
Correct.
yep, and
You-
that's also the testing ground to see how long it would take for them everybody to turn over to the cryptocurrency.
Correct.
See what the learning curve is. I mean, if it is, I know everyone else is gauging it by saying, well, if people in El Salvador can adapt to it, surely the people over here in these other countries can. You know.
Correct.
right,
So
right.
I'm gonna give everybody some real information tonight, and this is my last piece of information. Um, my last piece of information. One of the things as adults and mature older individuals, I need to say to y'all, and y'all probably not gonna like it. Every adult on here, if y'all play Soda Pop, Blue Pop, the Carrot Game, the Candy Crush, all these games on y'all phone that y'all got during y'all waste of time, or whenever you got time to not do anything, or you playing with your toes, sitting on the couch, whatever you doing. If you want to actually do something constructive and you don't have money to actually buy cryptocurrency, they have
Be steady.
developed many games that you can play and earn cryptocurrency. I put it on there for everybody that's watching the live stream. Let me get it back up so I can show the people that's on the live stream what's going on. And this is a new thing. This is one of the first big games, and the crazy part about it is we late to the party again. But what happened was this game right here, Axe Infinity. You probably don't seen it pop up with a commercial on your phone during one of them times you was looking at something on YouTube or anything, and the people were running around crazy with all kinds of stuff. Well, if you go look a little bit on about cryptocurrency, you can play games and earn crypto.
True.
You don't have to buy crypto. They got it. What they're trying to get this thing so integrated that if you play games as an adult, you can earn crypto. You know, I mean, you already playing Candy Crush, Lord, whatever you playing on your phone, Super Pac-Man, whatever it is. It's, everybody got a game or something on their phone they may play every now and then. Well, they got games where you're doing that same time in your downtime instead of playing Candy Crush. They got other games. Now, this is one of the first games out there, Axe Infinity, and you will see that this game is really popular. There's a bunch of other games out there growing. They got some Pac-Man, they got some Sonic the Hedgehog. They got our old school game for the old school people. You know what I
You got
mean?
Atari and Pong.
Yeah, they got Atari games, all that stuff. Atari is
Okay.
big in crypto because they're actually because of their 8-bit system. It's actually allowing them to bring the Atari games back for them to make money off of.
Oh, cool.
So Atari is that's why you see Atari is really big in the metaverse because their old school 8-bit games run on the blockchain really good to allow people to play games to make money.
Hmm.
You see what I
And
mean?
actually, on Coinbase, they'll actually pay you to learn about certain cryptos
Yeah, that's right.
on Coinbase.
Yeah.
So again,
Training.
as you train and learn, you can actually get paid and stack up crypto. You don't necessarily have to use your money. You don't
Mm.
necessarily have to, you know, you don't necessarily have to just go into it and say, "Oh, okay," you know what I mean? I'm gonna, I'm gonna what you call it. You don't have to do that. Cryptocurrency is a new world that has a lot of people with a whole different aspect of things. And so, I don't landed my plane. I hope everybody at Next Play got enough news for the information, and
Oh
everybody
yeah.
start as we go into the new year. This is where we going. We gonna stay on stocks, and we gonna stay on infinite banking. We gonna stay on real estate. We gonna stay on all of it. But we gonna get into this deep and learn what's going on. So by the time the next generation come in a couple of years, like we said last year, we was talking gibberish, and now it sounds like English to everybody. We were baby talking. We were baby talking last year, and everybody don't start talking so much, the parents like, shut up.
I know, right? I
Yep.
know, man. Yeah,
So,
man. And listen, you just carried the whole show
hey man,
in one setting. So right there, you can see the growth right there tonight live.
hey man, it's been a
Man,
lot.
carried the whole show, did a great job by itself.
Hey man,
That's growth.
and
And the fact that
I think y'all
people understood some of the terminology you were speaking of, I mean, that just shows that the growth in the people that's watching also, hey, they're not, hey, well, what you mean by this terminology when you use that, hey,
yeah.
they actually follow it.
And last year, half of the like nobody in the group, and that's why I say that's my success story. Last year, I don't think none of us knew. I ain't gonna say none of us because it was a certain group of us, but the other people didn't understand what we was talking about. There's a lot of
Yeah,
people that is in the group. Like you got to remember, it's over 240 people in Next Play. Everybody may not show up, but other people watch the videos and go through it and catch it on YouTube throughout the week. So everybody don't show up on Sunday, but it's a lot of people that don't caught on to how this whole thing works.
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
a lot of people has caught on to different ways to earn income during this pandemic. So even though the pandemic was, or it still is, rough on a lot of people and damaged a lot of lives, it also, in a crazy way, saved a lot of lives because people were able to, especially with this crypto and getting plugged in with this crypto, were able to feed their families now when they could. Just the average Joe.
Yeah.
yep.
The plane,
And everybody's really trying to thinking about, well, how in the heck are these people feeding their families where before they were working? How can they afford not to go back to work? Because you allowed them because they allowed them to sit at home, and they've learned quicker than you thought they could learn, and they don't have to go back to work now.
Mm-hmm. Speak. And my boy Dolph say, preach. Preach. Hey man, but so yeah, man, like that, I did carry the show. I'm sorry I didn't let y'all get a chance to do y'all part, man. We got a lot of information, man, to really truly understand this crypto world, man. It's a lot of information that's gonna be disseminated, and we gonna have some weeks. I want to say everybody, we ain't forgot about stocks, but this is a hot topic that's on the board, man, that you're hearing every day, and we're gonna break it down, and we're gonna, every Sunday. We may not, you may hear other stuff with other people, man, but we're gonna break it down and give real information to the people that's real with Next Play. So, shit.
well, I could give the people the Nasdaq, the S&P, and the Dow,
Go
and I
ahead.
know we're at the top. So just like every other week, y'all, the stocks are up and down. That's what they're supposed to do to lead at. So the Nasdaq moved up 3.95% to close at 16,332. The S&P gained 3.8% to close at 4,712, and the Dow Jones gained 4%, closed at 35,971. So that being said, we're talking about dollar cost averaging. When a couple of weeks ago, when the market was low and it was tanking, if you did dollar cost averaging, those same stocks would have been up 3 and 4% right now. Yep. There you go. So,
There you go. And
there
as far as the news, if you want to know some news, if you looked at Kentucky about the how the temperature is cold on one side and it's warm on the other side, and it's causing all these tornadoes up through what they call Tornado Alley. They say this hadn't happened, I don't know in how long, all these tornadoes been. But it's all just showing how the EV factor, as far as your cars and all this stuff, this thing they're talking about, man, how the temperature is changing, and it's changing the whole landscape. And I know this initiative, this EV initiative, is going to get pushed even harder because of these catastrophic events that are happening. So Just look for it. I guarantee you, they're gonna push the EV a whole lot stronger now because of stuff that's happening with the climate and stuff. And I just say that's the news. They say 70 people died in that tornado in Kentucky.
Hey man,
Maybe a little higher.
man, that's definitely one of the things. Sorry, pray for them folks' families and everything as well out there.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yep.
fellas and ladies and people, we at the top of that time, and we've gotten to the end to the night show. I'll post some stuff and drop some stuff inside of the in the chat and on next play this week, man. Chop up a couple things. If you missed anything, we'll try to have it up this week and get it where people can review it. Make sure everybody go and like and share with some friends, man. We here every Sunday, and we definitely want to make sure. Other than that, man, I'm finna get it. We finna come offline and we gonna make sure everybody on the up and up, man. Everybody have a good week. If y'all want to talk after, y'all good to go, cause we good and gone. I want to I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Next Play Investor Show. We do this every Sunday from 7:30 to 9:30, and we definitely want to make sure everybody come out and take a great time and listen and kind of get into what we're doing and what's going on around here. And have fun with Next Play. Next Play is about just having a group of people to sit around and talk about financial matters, investing, just having a good group of people to sit down and just learn and join as a group to learn how to build generational wealth. You can catch us every Sunday, like I said, from 7:30 to 9. We have an after hour show that, if you get on the regular live call, you can hear about the little stuff that talked about after we go off the actual real internet live that we keep from being saying too much other stuff. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, where you can see replays of our content. You can also catch into the WhatsApp chat if you join the group, and we always talking back and forth between each other. We definitely want to make sure you get into it and learn more about investing. If you're just a beginner, or if you're all the way to a expert and you want to share some of your ideas that may be able to help the group, definitely give us a shout. Hit us up on the email nextplayinvestors@gmail.com. Send us a link send us a message on Facebook and Instagram as well as YouTube. Let's get it. Let's get the message so everybody can learn from the information and actually be able to learn and grow and be able to share it with the next generations that's after us. Want to again thank you for coming out the next play. Want to thank y'all for being able to join and actually enjoy us and have fun. Y'all have a wonderful week. Everybody enjoy themselves and we will see y'all next week. Have a good night.